Welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 of our Control Ultimate Edition blind playthrough out here on the PlayStation 5. Last time out, we had woken up in a place called the Oldest House, and we have also discovered the body of the director, who looks like he shot himself, and we picked up that gun, which seems to be partially alive. And now everything is getting real creepy, and we're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. What the fuck? Looks like a boss character. Kill his ass. House memory?
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Spreading.
What the hell is going on here?
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Also, there was a really creepy part last episode where she was like, as soon as she picked up the gun, she was like, I'm happy to be here. So it's very, very strange. I'm getting Matrix vibes. I'm getting Shawshank Redemption prison vibes. If you're new around here and you enjoy this type of content, feel free to subscribe or check out other videos on my channel.
Can you hear me?
Interact with cleanse control points to fully restore health. On death, Jesse will restart the control point.
Are you still sane?
Let's take a look around, make sure we're not missing anything before I go ahead and talk to that,
Please, talk to me.
whatever that is.
We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
Oh, it's clearance level. Okay, so there's different clearance levels that you need to access certain areas. I got it. Okay, let's go talk to whatever the hell this is. Shelter.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
The new director? So we have Emily Pope. She's Jesse.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. It's... I can't even...
This game's sucking me in.
Jesse, I have a million questions.
Very interested to parse out what the hell is going on around here.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Okay, so she's being truthful, but she's still not being fully open because there's something else she's not sharing. Examination of paranatural topics, control points. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonizing devices are arranged around the control point in the something arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by blank detection of an unobstructed ping using the blank with a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctions or blank or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be something. Okay, so that's by the order of Emily Pope. Take a look at our assets. We do not have a clearance level. We have 2 conceptual materials, or no, I'm sorry, 2 undefined readings, 3 house memories, and 1 hidden trend. I'm assuming we use these materials to level up our abilities or something like that.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
So we tried to cleanse her by ripping out the hiss, but it ended up killing her. Let's see. Field research on hiss entity. Hiss corrupted agent. Okay. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. Is this kind of what the mold is? I wonder if the mold has to do with the hiss. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating through the Bureau. Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters, or are they cocoons, preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation to purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. By order of director Jesse Faden, which is us.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
It must have been an
That's
AWE
enough.
where she lived.
Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience.
But the board
He
is that
might know how to destroy the hiss.
floating triangle
Where is the
object, right?
hotline?
Floating pyramid?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Is that the hotline, or is that the room? With the poster. That looks like the hotline. So if she was at Ground Zero, that must explain why she's different.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
Okay, I'm very surprised that she just let us. Probably because we are the director, and we get to do whatever the fuck we want. I'm looking at these notes. Can't quite make any out of it. She's sketching. She's taking a lot of notes herself. Test 13A, test 12D. Very, very interesting. Let's talk to her a little bit more.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
The oldest house.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
Okay. Director Trench. Let's talk about him.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the HRAs.
So HRAs stop you from becoming his.
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Darling? We're talking about Darling here? Alright, that's enough for now.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Alright, let's get to that hotline. Mailroom. Let's take a look. Straight ahead. Dead letters. Nostalgia department. House memory.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
And we don't have clearance yet. Maybe we'll get clearance level 1 when we get to the hotline. Dead bodies. Bad guys. Let's read these quick, or do this first. Before they get on to us. Correspondence travel. Oh shit. Travel costs. Week 83 report. Visiting the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, yada yada yada. Expenditures, accommodation, meals, gas. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess it's not paid to think right. I'm not paid to think right. And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget. Get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road. Agent Hines and Rowley. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. So they sent out agents to find places of power. Oh shoot. Okay. Let's keep looking. Make sure we don't miss anything. Let's go back upstairs briefly. Wonder who these guys were. Security? We don't know what this is. Oh shit.
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
Okay. Cafeteria, straight ahead and to the right. Machine God. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils for my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt for my car's engine and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My God does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. So, this is a dead letter. This is where all the dead letters are kept. I'm assuming this is possibly one of the objects of power that they investigated. That they probably sent agents out to go investigate to see if it was anything worth containing or controlling or researching. Undefined reading. Okay, so it looks like a melee breaks the shield. The hell? Let's make sure there's no more other dead letters that we're missing. Aha. Trench, dead letter approval. From P. Bartwell to Trench. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. Okay. The letters came to us from various places and times, scattered by the post office as undeliverable. The Bureau is not the perfect home for them. I'm sorry, the Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information suspected of connections to AWEs and other altered materials. Thank you again. These are creepy letter boxes. Okay, that's unlocked. Let's check this real quick.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. Oh, okay. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Huh. That should heal us, right? It did. That's locked. Okay. This is now open. Communications.
We're on the right track.
Let's check around the corner before we go up. Shit. Okay, maybe I should go up first. That's the mail room. Let's go up here first. Jackpot. Shattered projectile choke weapon mod. Nice. Let's do that. Projectile spread. It makes projectile spread tighter. Why can't I equip it though? Personal mods. Health boost. Energy recovery. Let's equip that. Okay, so it looks like it's not a weapon mod for this type of weapon. So different type of weapon mod, like maybe a shotgun? Because this doesn't really have a spread anyways. It's probably a shotgun mod. Okay, before we go where we're supposed to go, let's check out this. Book Club Samson. Book Club Notes for a penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. Title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. This part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population to those brainworms. and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots signed me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Alright guys, well, this is the conclusion of episode 2. When we pick up on episode 3, we will be heading deeper into the communications department and eventually going to the mailroom. So anyway guys, my name is Free Nachos. See you on the next episode. Bye bye.